A self-proclaimed YouTube influencer had their highly modified vehicle impounded after they were caught speeding on Vancouver Island, going 150 kilometers an hour in a 90K zone on Sunday.
Waking up to being on the headline of every news channel in Western Canada is not what I was expecting today. From the stories that I've read, there's a few things that I want to cover. But before I start, I just want to say I take full responsibility and understand that what I did was not cool. It was not a safe place to do it. And I have learned a lot from this lesson. And I also want to give you a big thank you to the officer that did pull me over. If you're seeing this, thank you for being so kind and caring and getting us to a nice, warm, safe place while we waited to get picked up. If you saw the interaction, you saw that both he and I respected each other, we stayed calm with each other, and the situation was dealt with very professionally. So thank you. And I understand that he did not need to drive us to Tim Hortons to stay warm while we waited for my mom to get us. Yes, my mom picked me up, and no, she's not paying for my tickets, but he didn't have to do that. He could have just left us on the side of the road, but he waited with us. Then once the car was securely put onto the flat deck, then we were good to go. We had some smiles and some laughs, and we even got a photo together because I was so happy that I had such a good interaction with this officer. What I did, he didn't have to be nice to me at all. He could have just done his worst. But with how he treated me and dealt the situation, it just shows that it goes a long way to be respectful and caring to the officer because you don't know what he's just gone through. Yes, he could have just been at an accident that someone may have passed away at just minutes before pulling you over. You never know what they're going through. So always be respectful and kind because they have a very, very difficult job. Now, for all the news channels, it showed me how they manipulate a story and like come up with their own titles and whatnot. It was funny to see because I am also in marketing and I do the same thing with the advertising that I do, so I get it. But they said that I proclaimed myself as a YouTube influencer, which those words were never said. The only time that YouTube was brought up was once the officer handed me the ticket and that my car was being towed. He just asked like, so do you make videos? I was like, yeah, I've got some videos on YouTube. You should check it out. I don't remember the exact words, but it was not me saying that I'm a YouTuber. Like, being called a YouTube influencer is the last thing you want to be called. I create fun, heartwarming videos, enjoying my lifestyle, riding bikes and driving my car. That's what I do. But the title that they used worked great. They even said one of them said, gets picked up by his mommy, and then the others are saying just YouTube influencer gets car impounded and picked up by his mom. Some of the titles were pretty clever, but it showed me how easily a story can get twisted by just the way something is worded. Along with one of the stories so that I was arrested, which I was not arrested and I was not detained. Once I was given the ticket, I was able to get out, get my stuff, walk around. I was filming the car being put on the tow truck. I was interacting with the tow truck driver and trying to give any advice or help with that vehicle because it is completely flat underneath. And to tow it up, it would mean that there would be pressure on the front bumper. So I was just trying to be helpful and make the whole process as seamless as possible for everybody. And to all the people that are DMing me nasty things and leaving poor messages, I got one thing for you. And it's something that my mom taught me, and it's probably something that your mom taught you as well. And that is, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Put that energy into something positive in your own life. Don't bother wasting your time trying to be negative on someone else's life. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't change my life at all. It only builds frustration and anger in yourself, which just isn't healthy for you. So anyways, once again, I do know what I did was wrong, and I own up to it, and I am sorry. Not only do we all make mistakes, I'm sure every single one of you that has driven a car has sped as well. So like, the only reason why this got onto the news is because I do have a large following, and they knew that it would drive up clicks and watch time for them to make money. But little did they realize it is also making me money, which is now paying for the whole incident. So thank you, news. And no matter what, always remember to keep smiling. Until we meet again, happy trails.